There are life changes that come quietly, without warning. They happen like a breeze, so gentle that you almost don't notice, until one day when everything no longer feels the same. You open your eyes in the morning, place your feet on the cold floor, and feel something different. Your steps are no longer as quick as they once were. You sit up from bed, and your back lets out a faint crack, just enough to make you pause and sigh. At 60, 70, or 80 years old, this slowing down doesn't come like a great storm. It comes from tiny cracks that appear in everyday life. From sitting a little longer than usual, from watching TV a little later than planned, from skipping a morning walk because it's too cold today, and slowly your body stops responding the way it used to. You walk more slowly. You struggle more to stand up. You feel exhausted after just a few simple movements, and somewhere deep inside, a quiet voice whispers, "Maybe I just have to accept it. I'm getting old." But do you really have to accept it? Is there no choice but to watch helplessly as old age takes over? If you've ever thought that aging means giving up movement, giving up good sleep, giving up vitality, today I invite you to think again. Because you still hold a powerful weapon in your hands: choice. You can still choose to love your body. You can still choose to reclaim what you thought was lost. You can still choose to live a strong, vibrant old age. And that choice starts with small things, simple yet powerful actions you can begin today. You don't have to change the whole world. You just need to change a few moments in your day. If cherished and repeated, those moments will weave into a new life, a fuller, freer, and happier life. Are you ready? If you are, let's begin this journey together. A journey to restore your strength, spirit, and confidence, starting from the seemingly small things that can transform your entire life. The first step of that journey is getting better sleep. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But behind those two words, better sleep, lies the silent foundation that supports your physical and mental health, especially as the signs of weariness appear on your body with age. When you were younger, perhaps you hardly ever thought about sleep. You worked late into the night, woke up early, raced through the busyness of life, and still felt full of vitality. But after turning 60, everything changes. You become easily awakened by the slightest sounds. You toss and turn for hours, trying to find a comfortable sleeping position. You wake up in the morning without feeling a hint of restored energy. Your body no longer recharges automatically like it used to. And sleep, something that once seemed so simple, becomes the precious charger for your later years. When you sleep, your body performs miracles. Your heart gets a chance to rest after a day of relentless beating. Your brain clears away bits and pieces of information, sharpening your memory. Your bones and joints undergo tiny repairs from every little daily movement. Your spirit is soothed, quietly washing away lingering worries. A deep night's sleep is nothing short of a rebirth. Waking up refreshed in the morning is a powerful sign that you still hold the key to mastering your body. Did you know? According to research from the National Institute on Aging, poor sleep quality in older adults is directly linked to memory decline, depression, and more than double the risk of falling. That's why, if there's one small change you should start making today, it's this. Prioritize your sleep as a gift to yourself. Not just trying to sleep more, but learning to care for your sleep like tending to a precious garden. You can start with small habits. Create a sleep ritual. Turn off your phone and TV and let your mind settle. Sip a warm, caffeine-free herbal tea. Do a few gentle stretches to relax your legs, shoulders, and neck. Light a soft scented candle or play some soothing music. And most importantly, be patient. Sleep, like trust, cannot be forced. You must create the conditions for it to bloom naturally, little by little. A good night's sleep may not arrive tonight, but each act of kindness you offer yourself before bed is a quiet message to your body. I deserve to rest. I deserve to heal. I deserve to wake up with a heart full of vitality. And that is the first foundation, a peaceful night's sleep, for rebuilding your strength for the journey ahead. Once you've learned to cherish your sleep, to feel each slow, deep breath in those quiet nights, the next step is this. Don't let your body sit still for too long. You might be thinking, but I don't sit that much. I still move around the house. True, you move around. But be honest with yourself. How many hours a day are you sitting? How often have you chosen to stay seated instead of getting up for a light stretch? How often have you found yourself sinking into the comfy sofa, telling yourself, I'm just tired today? It's not your fault. Modern life has been designed for stillness. TVs in the living room, recliners in the bedroom, tablets and phones are always within arm's reach. Everything invites you to sit down and then to stay seated. But did you know, sitting for long periods quietly steals from you muscle strength, joint flexibility, healthy blood circulation, and most importantly, your freedom to move. Every hour of staying seated chips away at your muscle strength. Every day makes your heart work a little harder to circulate blood. Every month stiffens your knees and ankles, making movement less fluid and less effortless. Soon, simple acts, like getting up to grab a glass of water or stepping outside to feel the morning sun, start feeling like daunting challenges. When was the last time you climbed stairs without grabbing the railing? When was the last time you sat down and stood up from a chair without needing to brace yourself? If these questions make you pause, it's time for a change. And once again, the change doesn't have to be a grand revolution. It only needs to be small movements, repeated daily. You can set an alarm to remind yourself to stand up every 45 to 60 minutes. When you answer the phone, stand up and pace around instead of staying seated. Use each commercial break to stand, stretch, and roll your wrists and ankles when watching TV. Instead of asking your children or grandchildren to grab something for you, try standing up and getting it yourself. These small actions, accumulated daily, will build a stronger, more flexible, and freer body. You don't need to become an athlete. You just need to become your leg's best friend. Imagine that every time you stand up, take a few steps, or stretch, you're whispering to your body, I'm still here. I'm still choosing to move. I'm still choosing to live. And your body, no matter how old it is, will respond to that choice with renewed strength, a little more each day. But movement alone isn't enough. There's another source of life waiting for you outside, something many of us have forgotten. It's sunlight. Do you remember the warmth that spreads through your body when you enter the morning sun? The soft, golden light touching your face, smoothing your wrinkles, warming your heart. Sunlight is not just light. It's a life-giving energy. When you bathe in natural sunlight, your body produces vitamin D, a vital nutrient that strengthens your bones, boosts your immune system, supports healthy nerve function. Without enough sunlight, seniors are at greater risk of osteoporosis and body aches. Weakened immunity leads to frequent illnesses, mood disorders, including depression. Natural sunlight on your skin for just 10 to 15 minutes a day is a priceless gift to your health. You don't have to go far. Sit out on your balcony, take a stroll around your garden, open your windows, and let the sunlight flood into your room. You can even combine sun soaking with gentle movement, a slow walk around the house, tending to a few potted plants, or chatting with a neighbor. It's not just a physical exercise, it's a prescription for your spirit. If you spend a few moments in natural light each day, You don't just grow stronger physically, you light up your spirit too. And when that light touches you, sinking deep into every tired cell, you'll realize, I am still full of life. I can still choose happiness. Sunlight, movement, and sleep are all gifts already within your reach, waiting for you to embrace them. But there's one more thing, a part of your body that has silently carried your weight through the years. And if you take care of it, you might be surprised at the incredible transformation it can bring. It's your legs. You may not have thought much about your legs. We all take it for granted that we can walk, stand, and move whenever we please. Till one day, when a simple step feels heavy, your knees protest with sharp aches when standing up from a chair requires effort. Your legs, the most loyal companions of your life, are quietly growing weaker daily without you even noticing. And here's the harsh truth. If you let your legs weaken without doing anything about it, if you don't actively protect your strength, it won't be long before the precious independence you enjoy today slips right through your fingers. No more making yourself a cup of tea. No more stepping outside to catch the sunrise. No more having the strength to stand up and embrace the grandchild running toward you, shouting, "Do you really want to lose those moments?" If the answer is no, then starting today, it's time to begin the journey of loving your legs again. You don't need heavy workouts, fancy gyms, or complicated equipment. You only need simple, gentle movements, done slowly, done lovingly, for the legs that have carried you your whole life. You can sit in a chair and slowly lift each leg up and down 10 to 15 times per side. Practice standing up from a chair without using your hands for support. Walk around your yard or your home for 5 to 10 minutes at a time. At first, your legs might tremble. You might feel more tired than usual. But don't give up. Remember, you're not exercising to become an athlete. You're moving to keep your freedom. Each time you patiently move, with each drop of sweat you shed, each step you push yourself to take, you are silently building a future where you can live independently, freely, and joyfully. As your legs regain strength, you'll notice something magical happening. The world opens back up to you. No longer stuck sitting and waiting. I'm no longer afraid of needing help for every little thing. You will feel yourself living, not just existing, but to maintain that strength, to nurture not just your body, but also your spirit. You need another special weapon. A secret that has been passed down for thousands of years is still a priceless gift for seniors today. It's called yoga or Tai Chi. You might be thinking, I'm too old for that. But trust me, yoga and Tai Chi were never meant just for the young, the flexible, or the athletic. They were created so that anyone at any age could find balance, strength, and peace in their movements. You don't need to twist like a gymnast. You only need to listen to your body, move slowly and gently, and honor your limits. With just 10 to 15 minutes a day, you will start to feel your joints become less stiff, your body growing more flexible and graceful. Your mind becomes calmer and more grounded amidst the busyness of life. Picture this. You're standing in your garden in the morning, hands stretching upward to greet the sunlight. You close your eyes and feel the cool, fresh air filling your lungs. You move slowly, like a gentle stream flowing through the dawn. This isn't just exercise, it's a daily ritual of loving yourself. And every day you dedicate a few minutes to practicing yoga or Tai Chi, you are protecting your joints from aging too quickly, strengthening the core muscles that support your whole body, cultivating a resilient, peaceful spirit to face the challenges of aging. You don't need a big open space. You don't need expensive equipment. All you need is a small corner of your home, a simple mat, and a heart willing to love yourself deeply. You see, maintaining your health in your golden years doesn't have to be a tough battle. It can be a series of gentle, repeated moments, day after day. A deep, restful sleep. An intentional, steady step. A sliver of morning sunlight sneaks through the window. A simple stretch as the birds sing their morning song. When woven together, these small moments create a mighty force that protects you from the silent erosion of time. And more than that, they will return to you the most precious things: your freedom, your confidence, your daily joy of living. You deserve that. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, whether you've slowed down, struggled with aches, or felt disappointed in your body, you can still begin again. Start today. Start from this very moment. Start by loving yourself just a little more each day. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be patient. Patient with your trembling legs, taking those first few steps. Patient with your body as it hesitates, searching for its strength again. Be patient even on imperfect days when you feel tired or want to quit. And every time you choose patience, every time you decide to keep going, you are whispering a powerful truth to yourself. I will not let age define my life. I hold the keys to my own future. If you've made it this far, then deep inside you, something is already stirring. A small voice is whispering, I can do this. And that, right there, is the most critical first step. Belief in yourself. I won't promise that this journey will be easy. There will be mornings when your legs feel heavy. There will be days when you long to stay in bed a little longer, sit a little longer, or postpone moving a little longer. There will be days when discouragement creeps in. But remember this, no matter how tiny, every small step forward brings you closer to a life of strength, independence, and happiness. And remember this too, you are not walking this path alone. Millions of others and I are walking right alongside you. We're not fighting against aging. We are walking with it, armed with love, intention, and gratitude for each day we live. You might wonder, can such small changes really create something amazing? The answer is yes, absolutely. I'd like to share a little story about Walter, a 75-year-old man from a small coastal town. Walter was once a man full of movement. Throughout his youth, he loved hiking long trails, wandering through open fields, and spending lazy afternoons fishing by the river. But aging crept in like a cold wind. His once strong steps grew slower. Every time he stood up, he had to push himself up with his hands on his knees. Even walking down the little lane behind his house became a battle of breathlessness and shaky legs. There was a time when he thought, maybe this is just how it is now. I should accept it. But one day, sitting in the park, watching children run and laugh freely, Walter felt something stir deep within him, a fierce, stubborn desire not to give up. He began to change, not with grand plans, but with tiny, determined actions. Each morning, he told himself, today, I'll take 5 more steps than yesterday. He made it a habit to sit out in the morning sun for 10 minutes, soaking it in from his familiar wooden chair. He spent 15 minutes each evening doing simple stretches in his living room. He practiced standing up from his chair 10 times daily without using his hands. And later, he learned some basic Tai Chi movements, slow, graceful motions flowing like the wind. There was no overnight miracle. But day by day, week by week, month by month, Walter began to notice. His steps grew steadier, his breathing deepened and became more rhythmic. Sleep returned to him, deep and sweet, like the old days. And inside him, a new fire was lit, a fire of hope, pride, and the belief that he was still alive, still strong. Last year, on his 75th birthday, Walter walked 3 complete laps around the park, the very park where once half a lap had left him breathless. And when he looked in the mirror, he didn't just see a 75-year-old man. He saw a warrior who had refused to give up on himself. Walter's story isn't a rare miracle. It could be your story too. You don't have to wait for a miracle. You just have to begin with the smallest steps today. So, how can you bring this to life in your daily routine? Imagine each day as a little journey with precious waypoints along the path. Morning. Instead of rushing out of bed, sit up slowly. Gently massage your feet and knees. Do a few stretches. Reach up, twist side to side to awaken your body. Before breakfast, let the morning sunlight touch your skin on the balcony or by an open window. Take a few slow, deep breaths as you walk around your home. Throughout the day, stand up and move every hour, even if it's just for a few minutes. If you're listening to music, why not stand and sway a little? Your own joyful little dance. Evening. Dim the lights an hour before bedtime. Practice a few gentle stretches to relax your mind and body. And most importantly, be grateful for every moment you are alive. When you start loving your body, little by little, when you patiently care for every breath, every step, you'll realize something profound. I'm not just preserving my health. I'm nurturing a more meaningful life. I know there will be hard days along this journey. There will be mornings when you don't want to get out of bed. Sometimes your body aches, feels weary, and resists every movement. There will be moments when you wonder, do these small efforts even matter? But I promise you, they do. They matter more than you know. Every drop of sweat, every heavy breath, every slow, determined step you take is a brick in the foundation of a stronger, freer future. Remember this, no one else can care for your body the way you can. Nobody can give you the gift of health and freedom of movement. And you are absolutely worthy of that gift. If you're hearing these words, you might be wondering, where do I even start? Don't worry about doing everything at once. Just start with one small thing. Today, choose to walk an extra 5 minutes. Turn off the TV 30 minutes earlier to get a better night's sleep. Stand up and stretch every time the phone rings. Sit on the balcony. Close your eyes and breathe in fresh air for 10 minutes. Just one small thing. And tomorrow, one more. And the next day, another. Just like Walter did. Like millions of others quietly turning their golden years into a journey worth celebrating. You can do it too. I believe in you. Most importantly, you need to believe in yourself. Did you know that in a long-term study of elderly people in Japan, a country famous for longevity, scientists discovered that it's not money, it's not achievements, it's not social status. The valid keys to a long, healthy life are gentle daily movement, sufficient sleep, natural sunlight exposure, and a cheerful, optimistic spirit. In Okinawa, people in their 80s and 90s still tend their gardens every morning. They walk to the market on their own. They cook simple meals with their own hands. They care for their homes without relying on others. And they laugh a lot. Their laughter is pure and radiant, as if life still holds endless things to love. You see, the secret isn't in doing big, grand things. The secret is in staying committed to small daily habits. And you can start right now. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need to wait for the perfect time. You don't need a perfect body. You only need one thing, your choice. Will you choose to keep moving or to sit still? Will you choose the light or the darkness? Will you choose to fully live or merely exist day to day? That choice, and only you, holds the power to decide. If you're smiling gently as you hear these words, that's the best sign. Somewhere deep inside, a tiny seed of hope is beginning to sprout. Maybe you won't feel the change right away. Your legs are still heavy, your shoulders a little stiff, and your eyes weary. But trust me, every positive thought you plant today, every small action you take today, is quietly shaping a different tomorrow. A tomorrow where you can still Stroll freely under the morning sun. Laugh and play with your grandchildren in the backyard. Tend to a small garden bursting with colors. Feel your heart beat strong and steady each time you wake. And more importantly, a tomorrow where you are still entirely yourself, dependent, resilient, and full of love. Have you ever wondered, what will happen if I don't change? Not today, maybe next week. But little by little, your body will start sending you signals. Legs that once carried you efficiently will stiffen and slow. Your spine will tighten, making even a simple bend feel heavy. Your heart will grow weaker, and your lungs will be less eager to breathe deeply. And perhaps, most painfully, the light in your eyes, the light of life, of agency, will begin to dim. You will become more dependent on others. You will lose the simple, precious moments, walking alone into the garden to watch the flowers bloom, cooking a simple meal with your own hands, taking a free, unhurried walk to the park. No one wants to lose these things. Yet the hard truth is, if you don't actively protect your health today, you are silently giving them away. And the deepest pain won't be in your aching body. It will be in the moment you realize you could have changed. You had the power, but you didn't. So let me remind you once more. It is never too late to begin. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or 80 years old. It doesn't matter how long you've been sitting still. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried and failed to make a change. All that matters is that you start again, right now, with a courageous heart, a patient spirit, and an unshakable belief in yourself. Every slow, deliberate step you take forward, every moment you choose to stand up instead of sitting still, every deep breath you draw in on purpose, they are all great victories. Victories without fanfare, victories without trophies, but the most meaningful victories of your life. If you need an image to hold on to, imagine this. You are the captain of your own small boat, steering across the river of time. Sometimes the waters are calm, sometimes they're rough. There are stretches of rapids and patches of darkness. There are days when the wind blows against you and your boat rocks wildly. But every time you lift your oar and row, brace yourself to stay balanced and choose not to let go, you are bringing yourself closer to a peaceful, sunlit shore. You are the only one who can steer your boat. No one else can row it for you. And no one can stop you from reaching that shore unless you choose to give up. Make a promise to yourself today. Get enough sleep each night, giving your body a chance to heal. Stand up and move every hour, keeping your blood flowing and your muscles strong. Soak in the morning sunlight, letting your spirit brighten with the sky. Love your legs by practicing small, consistent exercises. Care for your body and soul with gentle yoga or tai chi. These simple practices, though small, will profoundly transform the quality of your years ahead. You won't just add years to your life, you'll add life to your years. And before we finish this journey together, I want to invite you to do one small thing. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. Picture the very best version of yourself 1 year from today. A you with steady, confident steps. A you smiling brightly each morning. You living freely, boldly, and intentionally. Can you see it? Can you feel it? That version of you isn't far away. It's waiting just beyond the small steps you choose to take today. You just have to walk toward it. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel even the tiniest spark of hope rising within you, nurture that spark by taking action. I invite you to like this video. If you feel inspired, share it with someone you love, so they too can find hope for their own journey. Leave a comment sharing the first small step you will take today. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. where every video is a gentle reminder that health, joy, and freedom are still within your reach. Because you deserve it. Because your future deserves it. Living each day to the fullest is the most beautiful gift you can give yourself. Thank you for walking this journey with me. I can't wait to meet you again in our following stories, where together we will build a life that's not just long, but radiant and deeply meaningful.